Yo, what's going on, guys? Shinigami here, and yeah, back to some more mental health stuff, since it's, still Men's Mental Health Month, and I had this little rant on my mind. I recently thought about it today. I thought, why not share it? Because, yeah. Anyways, today's topic is really just being yourself. A lot of people kind of struggle with that. It can take a while to get, into, I guess, but once you start to get used to it, it starts to become just the normal thing, really. Some people might feel like they're weird and stuff like that because of hobbies they might like, or because they don't fit in with, certain groups and stuff like that. And it's okay to feel like that, but however, you are not weird for not fitting in with certain groups or whatever. And honestly, fitting in with people, it's for the birds. I've seen a lot of people try to, desperately fit into, groups and crowds and stuff like that. And it really only hurts you more than it helps you, because you start to lose your individual sense of self and try to become what you think is normal, but in actuality that's not normal. That's just what other people do, and doing that leads to a worse path in life that you kind of don't want to go down, because it's a very bad path. Because while you're down that road, you just don't know anything about yourself. You just know stuff that other people talked about or other people like. I guess an example of this I can talk about is, maybe some stuff that I went through when I was younger. So a lot of my friends were into skateboarding and stuff like that, and parkour or whatever. And all that stuff is cool. I did try skateboarding, but it wasn't for me. And parkour, also cool, but I'm not doing all those flips and stuff. So yeah, you can have that. Getting across something, in a stylish manner and whatever, yeah, that's perfectly fine. I can do that, but I'm not doing all that flips and all that nonsense of jumping over building. Not over, what? Jumping on top of buildings. I was about to say don't jump over buildings, but you can't do that. That's not physically possible. And if it is, then okay. Well, anyways, a lot of the stuff we really just had in common was game stuff, but I did want to get into stuff like that, and I don't want to say I lost myself in it, but I didn't exactly get in tune to what I really liked, so to speak. I mean, some stuff I liked, I don't know, writing, martial arts, exercise, stuff like that. Not a lot of people I know really do most of that stuff, but I mean, who really cares at the end of the day what other people do for their hobbies? You don't have to have the same thoughts and hobbies and stuff that other people in your group have. The only thing you should strive for is a sense of self. So just embracing yourself, doing what you like to do. So if you like to write, then do that. If you like to read in your spare time, do that. Because I know some people oh, reading is... Do people still say reading is nerdy or whatever? If they do, then whatever, who cares what they like to think. If you like to read, then read. There's nothing wrong with reading a book. In fact, a lot of people need to read a book. There's a lot of people who are very uneducated. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing what you like to do. And if somebody wants to make fun of you for it, fuck them. Not literally, I'm just saying, screw that person. You do not need them in your life. Because I know a lot of people that got stuck into that mindset, and they just didn't know who they were. Another example of this can be the stress caused by people trying to become something that their parents might want. And there's a lot of people that are, dealing with that kind of stuff. The advice is relatively the same, really. Just stay true to yourself. Just legit be yourself, love yourself. Now, you can say there are some problems with that, because, when you're younger, still living under your parents' wing and stuff like that, some of them are kind of forceful with their stuff like that, which I think, don't quote me on this, but I want to say you just have to bear with it until you're able to just be on your own and stuff like that. That way you can truly, or be with a roommate or something like that. You don't have to be specifically on your own, but just basically be away from that, because a lot of people cannot really escape that, I want to say, because people are around their families often. But anyways, I think I'm digressing. What I'm trying to say is just really stick true to yourself and do what you want to do at the end of the day, as long as it's morally correct. And I'm hoping this is making some form of sense, because learning about yourself and doing stuff that you like to do is honestly a part of improving your mental health and learning about yourself and improving. I just said the same thing twice in a row, I think, because if you are not doing what makes you happy, then you are going to be very miserable. And there is no time limit, I want to say, to this, because everybody learns at their own pace. The sooner you realize and come to terms with things, the better. Pretty much as soon as you realize that, hey, I don't like going out and, I don't know, drinking until 5 a.m. or something like that. That's just an example. I don't know if people actually do that. I guess that's peer pressure, but anyways, you can say, you know what, I don't like doing that. I'm going to stop doing that, and I'm going to do what I want to do. If your friends are hey, you know, you shouldn't do that, you should be with us. Just say, well, fuck them, really, because if you're not into that, then you're not into that. I'm hoping this is making some form of sense. But yeah, moral of the story, be yourself, love yourself, and improve yourself. Think about what you like to do in your spare time. Think about, you know, all that type of stuff. Think about your hobbies. Think about what you want to do in life, not what someone else wants you to do in life. And honestly, just go for it, because you're going to be a lot more happier that you did what you wanted to do than, you know, be like 40 years down the line and be like, man, I should have did this. So you basically just, you know, just go out and do it. Obviously, some things are more expensive than others, but I mean, that's when you just, you know, get the funds for that and stuff like that. But I hope all of this made sense, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you may have learned something from this or anything else. If you want to get in contact with me, I got links to my Instagram, TikTok, and Discord in the description below. In the Discord, we have the Cries for Help section in case you guys are going through something and need someone to talk to. We got the meme section in case you guys want to drop some memes, and we even got the looking for group section in case you guys want some friends to play with. But yeah, embrace your dreams, protect your honor, and stay strong. Shinigami out, y'all.